Hello, I actually forgot that I was meant to be doing a whole system update. We've been rattling on our 4 80-watt solar panels up there and our 2 80-watt solar panels down there aren't really doing much for us in terms of generating power the last 4 or 5 days. And as a update, you know, we're kind of going into the winter now and we're just not producing enough power. We're consuming 24 watts because I'm actually charging up some 18650s because I need to keep the whole process of cycling them to get them ready for more of these packs going. And I'm running out of sun, so this temporary wall is more than pulling its weight. It's just we haven't got the sun. We've had a year of this temporary wall, and I'm hoping to do a changeover on the 1st of January to this system here. So I'm not able to run the 3D printer at the moment off grid, so I'm not running it at all. And to print one of these, it takes about 5 hours running at about 80 watts, and I just haven't got the power to spare. I've got the power for cycling, but not the power for running a 3D printer. So the last 3 or 4 days we've pushed through less than 200, 300 watts a day. So it's just this system is not working for us right now. We could do with a solar panel upgrade. When it comes to designing and putting in a fantastic all singing all dancing system, you're technically meant to figure out how much load you want to pull in the beginning. And when you've sorted that out, you can tell it on some solar calculators. You can tell it how much, how many extra days worth of power you want, and what latitude you're on, longitude, so it can calculate how many sun hours you're going to get. So it can calculate how many solar panels to recommend you get. And with this system, we're going with what we've got. I've had these the 80-watt solar panels on various roofs for the past 4 or 5 years, running lead acid and various systems, just generally playing. And this system has certainly generated me some power and saved me some power, electricity usage over the last year, especially since putting this temporary low quality power wall together whilst I process and sort these out. So we're going to need some upgrading in the new year. We're going to be putting in bigger batteries, but not going to be generating any extra power. And I'm very pleased to say, looking at the costs and the spreadsheets so far, I haven't actually spent a single single pound on any equipment to keep this system running this year. The only things in this system that were bought out of my own pocket several years back was actually this 600 watt 12 volt inverter, which is obviously running through this 24 volt device to give me the 12 volts to run the inverter, and it's holding up. I thought I'd pop this inverter by now, but we haven't done it. So the only things I've bought out of my own money in the past was the inverter and the 6 80-watt solar panels. So the channel is supporting my hobby thus far, but not quite my needs. I need more solar, and I need a bigger charge controller. Now, thank you very much for Adam for sending through the info on the MPPT tracer, the EP-Ever ones. Hopefully in the near future I can put some more panels on this and see if it will hold or throttle back on the generation side once it hits the maximum amount of power it can handle. So it'll have a pop or it'll work, but I'm kind of in two worlds whether I want to stress out the only charge controller I have running at the moment. But we'll see what happens in the new year, and we'll go across to the lean-to. We won't go into the man. Oh, we might go in the man cave, but as I say, I can't get rid of my rubbish because I'm still waiting for Wix to pick up their rubbish, and so on and so forth. When I put that shed up, I should have designed it to have a 1 meter roof. It's actually 90 from there to the top. So if I was to pick up some cheap 24 volt solar panels, it would overhang, which I don't really want to do, upset anyone. So might have to re-roof this in the new year so it can take a full house size solar panel, 1.6 meters by 1 meter, and then we can get 2 on there as well. Another, we can get 250 watt solar panels used for 4 years for £89 at the moment. So it's not an expensive endeavour in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, the charge centre is charging up doubles because I don't want to put too much load on the thing, so it'll probably take about 8 hours to charge. They've been on since this morning, so they're probably almost there. I just want to charge these up so I can discharge them and make heat. So yeah, once they're done I can carry on cycling. I've got loads more of these to cycle, but just haven't got the sun to do it. Ignore that, that's a mess. The 5 litre water tank has been a saviour this year for producing excess hot water, and also for wasting some of the electricity I've produced. It's a 12 and 24 volt system, 12 volt electronics controlling a 24 volt step up element, which goes straight into there. So as soon as the voltage reaches a certain amount before the charge controller cuts off, it wastes energy for 120 seconds into this tank, allowing the charge controller to keep pumping power into the batteries and back into this system, thus wasting any excess into here. I've either been using it or leaving it, but by the end of the year it's going to give me a total amount of power that I've been able to push through my entire system and into this. So give me a figure for how much I should be able to store during summer on a 480 watt I've talked myself into a 480 watt. If I got 480 watts solar power panels, it will tell me exactly how much power I produced last year, wasting not 1 watt into not putting it into batteries or into the water. So yeah, it's really interesting. I've got 4 packs here which are ready to go. I've got another one that's in there ready to go. I've got 2 more packs to do to get my 6 kilowatts, and I really want to push towards the 9 kilowatts before the new year. So we're kind of like, I need sun to do that. Let's go into the man cave. I'm not going to show you anything. I'm not going to give you a show round. I'm just going to show you a certain bit. It's dark so you can't see anything. Ha ha ha. So I'm in here. I'm cycling some cells. I'm just looking for the light switch because it's pitch black in here. I'm on the bench, and that's the 5th pack. I've got another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 there. I've just finished off these. So yes. Oh, and I'm still working on these. Yeah, definitely ignore the figure. These lithium pouches. I've got quite a few of these left. Just quite good, some of these. 2.6 amp hour. I've got some which are 3s over here. I'm just trying to sort them into various sizes and things so I can sort out and 3D print these little cases for further development. Trying to figure out how to join them all together. There was a chap who had loads and he was using thin spindly wire and soldering them in sets of 10 or 15, and then soldering one end onto each cell with a 1 amp glass fuse, which I might chase down the road. So I'm due to get a payout from Google, so I'm able to get some little 1 amp glass actual fuses on the go. So that's quite interesting. If anyone's got any ideas how I can connect all these together quite easily, then I'll certainly be open to any advice. But the bench is a bit of a mess, so we'll leave now. And finally, sort my shoes out because I've taken my shoes off now. Finally, we've got the rainwater flushing system. And that's doing really well at the moment. To be honest, on a typical day, I've been saving more on flushing the loo with rainwater than I have on electricity from the solar array, but that's another story. But we'll soon have some numbers for the end of the year. We'll see exactly how much power we've saved from, or generated from, the solar panels there, and how much water we've saved by flushing with rainwater. So we had some rain and it's filled up quite a way. We've got another tank there and another tank there, so we've got plenty of water, but we're now up to the realms of 64,000 litres of water in the last couple of years we've pushed through the system. Approximately 2,000 litres a month. And I don't think it hasn't been, how you call it, offline for an entire day at any time. I've cleaned it out a couple of times this year, make sure there's no goo and rubbish stuck in the bottom. but it's only been out of service for about half a day at a time, just so I can clean it and sort it out and filter it again in case I've accidentally put some unfiltered water in there. But yeah, 64,000 litres of water, that is no small quantity through. I think we're on our second pump now, so it's done quite well. So yeah, that's about it for the update. I'm sure you'll get another one before Christmas, but I haven't really got much time to film and get videos in and out of the editor. So this is a one off the cuff video following the grumpy video. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, rate, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.